I think it's definitely a moment I'm still very much like processing still. I had so many people I was supposed to thank and I didn't thank any of them, do you know what I mean? I was like, it was.
Thank them now.
I can thank them now. Well, we're gonna be here for a minute. Hi MTV, it's Raye and I'm gonna answer 20 questions for 2024.
Yes, I edit my pictures to make my waist look slimmer, make my ass look bigger so that I'm someone you aspire to. Let me in your algorithm, please. I know I'll only be important if I'm someone you would like, follow, share and subscribe to.
I had the title actually quite a lot of years ago. I was looking through some old notebooks recently and being like, oh my God, I had this title so long ago. Songs aren't that happy on it, but musically there's a lot of different vibes. Some quite heavy stories, some quite sad ones. It's quite honest and I'm really proud of it. It's like a bit of a roller coaster, but it's kind of like what I'm like as a person, and that's also life, isn't it? Up and down, good days, bad days. I'm in a really good mood today. So, you know, I would say Chaka Kahn, I'm Every Woman. That song, go women. I don't necessarily have any like routines. I think it's nice to be in comfortable clothes. Although it is fun to get dressed up to go to the studio just to write. It's quite fun. I did that the other day and I was like, this is fun. But that's not normal. Being warm, I think, is really important. I'll turn the heating up because it's nice to be able to take off your jacket or your jumper and be warm. Yeah, I think the main thing is being comfortable and not being cold. I have a song called Ice Cream Man, which is a really sad song. And then I also have a song called Body Dysmorphia, which is, you know, it's not much fun either. But yeah, I'd say those are the tough ones because they're also quite soft musically. There's not much going on, so there's not much to like lean on. And the lyrics are just really, you feel a bit naked. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a joyful thing, to be honest, but I would say that's just the artist that I would like to be, or I'd like to at least think that I'm being. It's a nice thing to feel that relatability in music, and I think that's what being honest is, even though it's probably easier to not be so transparent sometimes. After the Brits, I got a lot of really big, huge bushes of flowers from some people that I really admire. So that's nice. But I don't want to say their names because I don't want to get in, do you know what I mean? Like, but that was really cool. I know that's what was the point of me telling you that. And then I'm like, oh, somebody gave me flowers, but you can't know who. I think it's one of those things you spend your life growing up watching it on TV being like, wow, I wonder what that feels like, and that would be a dream. I think it's a different thing when it actually happens, and as wild as it happened for me. Yeah, so I'm still taking it in. I'm like, did that happen? Yeah, we just put together an arrangement that I was really excited about. I knew I wanted to do a couple of songs. We had 5.5 minutes allocated, which is a really generous amount of time. So it was kind of like, how much can we squeeze in this space of time? I want us to showcase the drama and then a little bit of big bandy, jazzy vibes, and then some of the records as you hear them. So once we had the arrangements right, we didn't sadly have lots of rehearsal. Well, we didn't have any rehearsal time actually, so we tried it out for the first time during the sound check the day before the Brits, and I was so nervous. Yeah, I'd been up late, like, okay, I'm gonna sing this like this, and making all those little choices that you have to make as a singer. Like, I'm really proud with how it turned out. Probably the live album in general that we recorded initially at the Royal Albert Hall, which is just a night I will never forget. It's just like indulgence in its purest form, getting to translate your music into symphony form. My goodness. Yeah, now we've done that. You know, once you have a taste of something, you're like, this is the life I want. So, but it's a very expensive life, okay? It's not a life where profits are thriving. So we're gonna find the balance. Being on a stage with that many musicians, there's no feeling quite like it. So I'm really proud of that. I think with festivals, it can be more nerve-wracking. Like with your own shows, you have sound checks and you know what the stage is gonna be like, what the sound's gonna be like, how many tickets have sold. But for a festival, I still very much hold my breath. Maybe I'm slightly traumatized because I played a lot of festivals back in the day. where there just wasn't much people in the crowd. And that's just how it is, you know, and you need to have that. So you really appreciate when people do show up for you. But yeah, I think I get nervous that like no one's gonna come. Like, I think you just need a couple of hundred. So you're just like, okay, cool. I just wanna do a good job, really. That's what matters. I think it's probably the biggest like music slot in the world, dare I say, but I think so. I don't think album 1 we was gonna be doing SNL, so it is really mind-blowing, and yeah, it's a big moment. I would love to tour in Asia. I've never been to Tokyo or to Korea or China. I've never been that side of the world. Thailand, Bali. Ooh, I would love to do that. Africa too. I hope there are some people out in Africa who are listening to my album so that I can do a tour there one day. Oh, absolutely. I think, like most of us musicians, we're all sponges, so when you're around something that inspires you, you're just like, wow, I want to understand this and learn it and study it and be a part of it, and yeah, so that's exciting. I'm part Ghanaian, my mum is. I've experimented a bit with Afro beats in the past, but like, I haven't dug in how it would be really lovely to one day, yeah. She moved from Ghana to London when I was born to raise me, take care of me. My parents work full time. I have her name as my middle name. I'm really proud of that. And I think in so many ways, I'm my grandmother's granddaughter, you know. We're both very like passionate and headstrong. She's just such a beautiful woman, and I think the absolute world of her. People are all being so nice to her at church now. She's like, Rachel, you know, everyone wants to be my friend at church. I'm like, Grandma, you are killing me. Probably my first cut when I was a kid, and my first songwriting placement was a song called All Cried Out by a group called Blonde. It was like a big dance song in the UK and Europe, and that was my first taste of having anything out in the world as a songwriter. I was getting Subway before I got on the bus to home, and it came on in Subway, and I was like, oh my God, I wrote this. Wow. And I was with my best friend like, listen, I wrote this. So that was a big deal. I think, yeah, your first cut is like, wow, I'm a songwriter, you know what I mean? I've been doing, yeah, little bits of writing with some of the girls, which has been lovely. They're so lovely and really supportive. They're beautiful, lovely girls. Just like good people, you know? I mean, I'm pretty vocal about it, but I'm obsessed with Mario Kart. I'm really like, I'm serious about that game. And I love card games, like playing cards. I went skydiving the other day and I really love that, so I'll probably be doing that again. I love food. I'm a proper foodie, like, I just love food. I do get imposter syndrome massively. I think that's something I feel quite a lot at the moment, you know, a bit like, me? I don't really know how you navigate that. You just kind of have to just keep it moving, and maybe there's a world in which it's not always a terrible thing. I think humility is important. In real life, it is eating humble pie, sometimes more than you'd prefer, but I think that's part of life, and it keeps us grounded anyway. I think that's important. Oh my goodness. Well, let's start off with the hair and makeup. The first time that I performed Isle of Malta was not correct. I did it myself, so I'm not slandering anyone when I say it was a disaster. I was wearing this rainbow t-shirt, which I don't even think the gays would have wanted. I don't think it was giving. The whole thing wasn't giving, and I'm describing it in detail, but please don't go and look. So it's gonna be different because I'm gonna wear a nice outfit. I'm also really excited because I had so much fun at the last one. It's outdoors, the weather's beautiful, the crowd was really amazing. And at that time, I don't think any of them really would have known any of my songs beyond a few people who were kind of like digging in on SoundCloud vibes. But I was really grateful because they had no idea what most of my songs were, but they were still so lovely and supportive, and yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just so grateful for anyone who's taken the time to really take me seriously and really listen to my music seriously. It's so weird that I have such a hard time with saying the word fans. I don't know why, that's weird, isn't it? Sorry, I'm talking really loud. The people who appreciate my music and take the time to listen and dig in and really see me when I set out kind of on my independent chapter, that's what mattered to me really, was just building a fan base of people who care about my songs or what I have to say, no matter what genre it is, and just pull up and see a show, you know, and it's been overwhelming how much this little community has grown and how much support I feel. I have a Discord and I love it on there. I just go in there like, hi guys, and they're just so funny and they make these memes that have me dying of laughter. Thank you so much for having me, MTV. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, you know, and if you watch this and you've never heard of any of my music before, this is your sign to take a chance. Give it a little listen. If you hate it, don't tell me. But if you do, let me know. All right, guys, bye.